Hello everybody, today we'll be talking about why challenges are good for your art. I'm speaking about art challenges specifically, for example like Magical March, where you draw a magical girl every single day. Of course you don't have to do it every single day unless you really want to. You do want to take breaks, which my breaks are all on Sundays because that's what I decided on. I don't want to burn myself out. However, they are really good to improve your art at like an exponential rate. Because you're drawing every single day, all that practice is going to accumulate. And if you're focusing on one subject, such as magical girls, you will be like focusing on what makes a magical girl, poses, colors. And because you're only focusing on those things, it would make your art even better for those specific points. Now, the funny thing about art challenges, I think, is sometimes in the middle of them, your quality dips. And that's because your brain is processing all that new information you're learning. So your art in the middle turns like a little funky. Like I could see already that in my designs right now, for my magical girls in the middle will be a little like less impactful, maybe like not as like energetic as my like first ones, because I'm starting to lose a little steam, and that's totally normal. It's totally normal to lose steam in the middle of a challenge because you are doing it so much. It gets even a little worse at the like end of the challenge, but then you can pick it back up and being like, okay, here's the last win, let's go. For this magical girl design I'm doing right now, I feel like I went back to too much of my own safety design things. Like I do symmetrical designs when I'm not trying to think too hard, and I do a lot of like off shoulder, a lot of like high collars, and I'm like, oh, I could have just pushed that a little more differently, but it's okay. It is done. The thing about challenges is once it's done, it's done. Just keep going. You got to keep improving. You got to keep chugging forward. Don't think about the past too much. Definitely for challenges, I do recommend maybe like if you're starting out to do like 2-week ones. Maybe for Magical March, you'll like do only the first 2 weeks as like a warm up. And then maybe next year you're like, okay, I'm ready to do a full one. And then you go do the full one. I think there's other people who do dedicated breaks. Like I am only doing the weekdays, so Monday to Friday, that is all, and take weekends off, and that is completely valid. You can also do other challenges, not just Magical March. You could do sketchbook challenges, you could do color challenges, limited color challenges is really good for learning about color. I think there's obviously the big Inktober on like October. I did a 1-hour challenge for February where you only draw like for 1 hour each day, but you're trying to complete a work, and that helped me with my speed during this whole entire like section as well. And I learned a lot about like how to like make a design or detail show up clearly, but in a short period of time. Because comics, I will always go back to saying comics is what I try to get into the most, because hey, I just want to tell my stories, and even then these magical girls are meant to tell a story. But disregarding that, challenges are really important. Try to do 1 or 2. It's not a race, just go at your own speed. You're not competing with anyone. Alright, here's the end of the video. Till next time, stay hydrated.